Yo, what up, guys? No, we're not eating again. We're not. We've been away. We've all been sick. But we're feeling much better now. First day of the Trump presidency. We're mostly feeling much better now. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 4 episode... Is that 10? Did I say 10? Mm-hmm. We have an SDTV. 10. I can't read any of this text. It's a 10. The Patriot, which is the second episode in the Life Model Decoy subplot. So... Can I do something for you? Can I help you?
Oh!
Is it okay if I get something to eat and then I'll go ahead and make you something else to eat? Would that be cool?
You know that girl?
Hero of Vienna. That means that he was. Isn't Vienna where T'Challa's father was killed during the Sokovia Accord signing? Oh, well, actually has some public approval.
She risked her life to protect everyday citizens.
She seems deeply uncomfortable. Isn't this one of those situations where something goes horribly wrong? I mean, if this was Arrow, I'd know somebody was going to be attacking, but leave it to Coulson to spot the one thing. Nobody else noticed that.
Sniper, get down!
Oh! That's a special kind of bullet. He was aiming for Mace.
Sir, wait. You're on the clock.
What does that mean? Oh, there goes... Did you see that? I was gonna say poor thing, but...
What is that doing out? Agent Fitz asked us to keep it out for a few tests. The only test anyone should be running is how best to destroy it. That thing killed Nathanson. Could have killed us all.
Not the head by itself. This isn't the thing.
Excuse me?
And you, hey, with the hair, give me a coffee. Don't forget the French vanilla creamer this time.
Okay.
He can't not be a jerk, can he?
Of my mother, you are the single most intimidating woman I've ever met. I need answers. You can get them.
Having the same problem. You just get a couple of bars and see if we're trending.
Ah! Somebody's trying to kill Mace. Are we finally starting to trust Mace? I mean, are we past our distrust of...
I'll take them. And both buy.
Now that we know who the real...
With the Blue Cash Everyday card from American Express,
at least some of the real adversaries are.
With no annual
He definitely looked like he was not. He was more upset than usual that that guy got sucked out the window. I mean...
The action of adventure.
Like he blames himself for it.
Damn it. Grab you another EMP.
I hate when my wrist gets no signal.
Darn it. Just can't get a connection.
First we find Burroughs.
Burroughs? Sir. The chance of him surviving is...
The S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't leave a man behind.
Ooh, it affected him big.
What do you think was our best move? You know the saying. If a jet crashes in the woods and there's no one there to hear it, stay close to the guy with super strength.
His glasses are broke.
Is that what she meant by May is in a better place? I knew they were. So why keep May alive? So they have May in some kind of VR reality? She's probably beating people up in that reality.
You all have jobs to do.
Excuse me, I need to update the leader.
Yes. He has the president's ringtone set to Hail to the Chief. So that everybody knows, although to be honest, that is perfectly logical.
Mr. President, we don't know who survived.
Apparently Obama was never president.
Director, we may want to consider our options here.
No. Too risky.
What?
We stick to the plan. Find the case.
Like it or not,
Oh.
he's in charge.
So what was in that case? That's why he wants to find the guy. And that's why he said no, because the case is
Susie and I are
lost.
looking while I try to restore communication.
Not
Jenna,
the
tell
guy.
me.
Okay, you guys are acting out of emotion. You should be investigating why it malfunctioned. You should be doing a thorough investigation of why it malfunctioned.
I just want you to understand.
You're presuming it was a malfunction.
To prevent this very thing, I know.
Yeah. She's trying to wake herself up. Or at the very least work through whatever this... Let's see if it's good enough. Odds are, what's her name's still here. Yeah. At least he gave her instructions not to kill again. Not that she seems to be following those instructions.
Pizza joint that used to.
It was a valiant effort. But Ada's a frickin'
What was that?
android.
She's supposed to be in a relaxing simulation. You may have misjudged what it takes to keep Agent May comfortable.
She got a little upset. She gave him one of those, oh no you didn't, for all the stuff that I've done been doing for you.
She seems confused by everything she's asked to do.
Did I miss something while I was gone? Like what? You know, like what?
Mm-hmm.
Agent May. We reached the crash site.
This May has been flirting with Coulson.
Someone must have hijacked the transponder signal.
Mac and I can go around, ice the 3 on the far side, Director. You take out the 2 by the case.
Are we sure there aren't more inside?
There are. You can always shoplift them with your super strength.
Yeah.
I'll make it work.
We have to move now.
You need a new strategy, son.
What is it about his...
Isn't working for you.
Is there something about his super strength that we don't know?
One more time.
I don't know, I guess we gotta find out.
How did you know the director was going to get on the Quinjet? Missed the Cold War. Man could do his job without one hand tied behind his back. What? You've never been tempted to use every tool in the box? A spud wrench, hay hook, a plugging chisel.
Are you speaking English?
Never mind.
I guess we know what administration he's from. Project Patriot.
You two do not want to get into this right now with me.
Is Mace's
You knew
super
I had
strength
access.
dependent on that?
You wrote the protocols, right? And have been intentionally steering me away.
Dependent on that case?
You want to tell us why? Or should I just read the file myself?
What the hell's he doing?
I don't know.
I love Coulson's nobody ever tells me nothing voice. His super strength is an injection. Did you just shoot him in the butt?
What happened? Just one guy. You could have crushed him.
Project Patriot. He's not an
No, he
inhuman.
couldn't. He doesn't have inhuman powers. He doesn't have powers at all.
It's a variation on the super soldier serum.
Style made simple. Top the latest on-trend color.
They never could
Italian
perfect it.
Or, defy expect right now, find
So
vanity
why
starting
did
at
it just work when Captain America was it just a good scientist or what?
As soon as
You remember they killed the scientist
blood clot, I sure had
at the day they made Captain America.
people I care about.
And only he knew the form. Only he understood how to make the formula
That was
correct.
a really stupid move.
But wondered, was this
Possibly
the best
she
treatment
should
for
have
me?
written it down
So
somewhere.
I asked
But
my
they were
doctor,
super
and he
paranoid and
recommended
trustworthy in those days.
Eliquis may increase your bleeding risk if you take certain medicines. Tell your doctor about all.
Are you calling me an Eliquis?
I said you're eloquent. You know, what you said had meaning.
Eloquent? What? Are you saying I am some kind of long-nosed, tusk-toothed, flat-beard pachyderm here to go? For you? Is that what you say it?
So wait, was it a great big conspiracy to put Ellis in charge of S.H.I.E.L.D. by pretending he was an Inhuman? Because Coulson is one of the ones who backed him.
We used a modified version of that formula you confiscated from Agent Johnson's phone.
That's horrible. Think of the formula
You never
side
thought
effects,
of you stuff,
aggression,
pal. The guy
mood
nearly
swings.
killed us.
We're not idiots. We took the bad stuff out.
The stuff that made Daisy's dad.
Oh, okay, so you're just mostly idiots.
Mostly.
Without it, Mace is about as strong as a paper bag in a rainstorm.
Explains why you were so eager to find Burroughs.
Overstating it a bit, isn't it?
I love it. I love his
You two, I hate that you're out here without protection.
It's just
I love it.
needlessly insulting.
No,
Alright. Not a great pace to hold up either. It doesn't look particularly
They could be
bulletproof.
stranded in the wilderness on the run from a band of ex-Hydra thugs, unaware that their enhanced asset is a charlatan.
No need to be so melodramatic, Poppins, but yeah, that's it.
Fizz,
He called
is
her
there any other way to
Poppins.
fix the transponder signal?
Scrambled. About a day, maybe I can find one
Needlessly
for an
insulting.
hour, not so much.
The Brewski isn't talking.
Yeah, alright, well, we need to come out from a
It's
different
like
angle
Tony
to
Stark
try and
without
find
the
a way to
charm.
motivate him.
I've seen American movies. Good cop, bad cop, no?
American.
I told you I'd bring a hammer.
I can't deny Hydra had some very persuasive interrogation methods.
Are they going to use...
You like statistics. Here's one for you.
You're so weak. You bring in this woman to scare me?
What's that saying you're so fond of at Hydra?
Cut off one head.
Rankin admitted to being hired by the watchdogs.
Virginia.
Time to suit up, Director.
you heard the part where I don't have powers, right?
Yeah, but they don't know that.
Oh, we're gonna bluff with my life. What could go
I
wrong?
think we should have taken a left at the...
Looks like we got two choices here.
He does look rather intimidating in
Either
that
I crush
armor.
this case down to the size of a baseball, and nobody gets what they want. Or we could kill you.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
So why don't you just put your guns down and we'll talk this through.
Or, you know, we'll blow. I forgot his wrist could do that.
I don't think they want to talk.
You distracted them long enough.
I
Can't make
freaking
short
love
work
that
of
energy
truck.
shield.
So what do we do now?
Survive. Let me get this table.
Is this table made of metal? Because
They're about to breach that door.
it's like a force shield.
Albert ran me through some basic training when I got this job, but I didn't think I'd need it.
Odds are you'll get a better shot. That is a quake.
Who's that?
He's about to be a lot less taller.
I'm gonna make this hurt.
So I'm guessing so that she can maintain her cover, she wasn't given the super strength of a... Yeah, what about when stuff like that happens?
Yeah. Fine.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Ah!
He's resilient. Is it weird that I found that attractive?
Yes.
Yeah, no Talbot like
It's a weird world.
Oh, please.
You'd think a damn spy would understand the need to keep a secret.
We've been through all this with Fury and... Yeah.
You're not going anywhere.
Excuse me?
S.H.I.E.L.D. still needs a face. Sure, you lied, but you were good at it. Even with a gun pointed at you, and that's not nothing.
So what do you want me to do?
Same thing you've been doing. Defend S.H.I.E.L.D. to the public, play the hero. Keep the title, handle the politics. I never loved that part anyway. But when it comes to operations, make no mistake. From now on, I'm calling the shots.
Yeah. Coulson's back. Yep.
Who the fuck?
Yes. Yes. Boo.
So
that's called going back and getting your game.
Wow, they're pulling a. They just made him a K-less.
Be like, I've been doing this for years, and you try to come up here and play this petty party. I'm taking back what's mine.
He's a figurehead now. But Coulson's back in charge, and now Coulson doesn't have to deal with all the.
He ain't going through all that protocol of who's on what level, who's on the green level, the pink level, and the purple level.
What I was gonna say earlier is I bet she's gonna figure out what she is all on her own.
Hey, you need help with that?
Wow, I didn't know she was. I didn't know she was metal that close to the surface.
You sure you're okay?
Never better.
So maybe real May has an ally after all. Yeah.
That robot doesn't know that
Yeah,
that was going to happen at some point in time.
That's why he didn't want to be far away. That's why he wanted to closely monitor her in case anything went wrong. But I mean, come on, he had to know that she'd get sent on a mission or two where she might get injured.
Because if that was the real May, she would have died from that assault. Landing on that side.
Yeah, she might have been fine. It just wouldn't have bent once it hit bone.
Well.
And we still haven't dealt with all of our outstanding threats. Say, did they ever catch his uncle? I'm trying to remember.
I thought he went back into that thing.
What thing?
You talking about the uncle with the book or something?
Ghost Rider's uncle, yeah.
I thought he went
They got
back.
the Darkhold.
I thought he got absorbed into the
He got
Darkhold.
sucked into the Dark Dimension. Ghost Rider came back and said, Reyes came back and said, you wanna finally finish this once and for all? And they never let us know what it is that happened. What did he mean by that? I assumed that they were going to go into the Dark Dimension. So presumably, that Dark Dimension where Ghost Rider is from is the same dimension Zero Matter is from Agent Carter. At least that's what I read. And that should mean that when we get that Cloak and Dagger series, the dude that they call Cloak, I would think his ability will be that in the comic he can open his cloak and suck people into his shadow form. He just blazes up a shadow underneath his cloak. But they actually go into a dark dimension. So he would be a portal into that same dimension. Is that who he's supposed to be?
So he gets injected with soon.
And he has to keep getting injected. That dude's a white dude right there.
I guess several people has been the Patriot. 2 apparently.
Jeffrey Mace was apparently the first one. And that's who this character is. So he has debuted in the Human Torch number 4. Number 3 on the cover. He was a reporter who became a costume adventurer after seeing Captain America in action and was later a member of the World War II superhero team, the Liberty Legion. Patriot himself became the 3rd Captain America. The 2nd character debuted in Young Avengers, grandson of Isaiah Bradley, the Black Captain America. Isaiah had received his powers as part of an early super soldier serum experiment tested on African American men in an attempt to reproduce the formula lost after being used. To try to Steve Rogers in the Cap. Eli's mother was conceived before Isaiah's involvement with the experiment, however, so Eli could not have inherited his grandfather's powers genetically. Oh, okay. So his costume is similar to the original characters, it's just not all star-spangled. But that eagle on his chest The shield eagle on his chest is representative of the eagle that was on the original comic book character's chest. Yeah, that was some deep cuts right there. I don't know that character. That's one that I'm not familiar with at all. That's one character who absolutely looks like he is wearing pajamas.